Another child hits your toddler, and in about 2 seconds, your whole body goes hot. Some mix of wanting to scoop your child up, wanting to say something sharp to the other kid, and no idea which is actually the right move. If you've ever frozen in that exact moment, or caught yourself telling your child to hit them back next time, this video is for you. How you respond in the 60 seconds after your child gets hit tells them something that sticks about their own safety, big feelings, and whether hitting is ever really the answer. In my practice, this is one of the most common moments parents bring to me. Now, precisely because this protective anger is so strong, it's hard to think clearly. Stay until the end, and I'll give you my honest answer to the question almost every parent in the situation eventually asks: should you ever teach your child to hit back? Two instincts that show up here, and both fall short. The first is directing your anger at the other child or their parent, a sharp "that's not okay" aimed past your own child. The second is coaching retaliation. If he hits you, hit him back, which feels like arming your child, but actually teaches them hitting is the correct response when they're upset, the exact behavior that you don't want them to learn. So you're not wrong for feeling that surge of protective anger. You just haven't had a script for it yet. Worth knowing here is that physical aggression rises through ages 2 and 3 before declining through the preschool years, which means the child who hit yours is likely going through the same stage most toddlers pass through, not something uniquely wrong with them or their parenting. That doesn't mean that the hit is okay, it just doesn't mean that the other child is a bad kid, any more than yours would be in the reverse situation. Picture a smoke alarm going off in your chest, loud, immediate, demanding action right now. But the fastest response isn't always the right one. Sometimes the alarm just needs you to check the room calmly first. So what do you actually do at that surge of anger? Let me walk you through it step by step. This is the same 3 A's method that I use for toy conflicts in either direction, applied here to a harder moment. Acknowledge, anchor, alternative. 3 steps, and I'm about to answer the question that almost every parent in this situation eventually asks me. Now, fair warning, the first move is comfort, not confrontation. So this can feel like it's letting the moment pass without consequence. It isn't. It's what makes your child able to actually hear what comes next. Step 1, acknowledge. Get down to your child's level and name what happened and how they feel. Ooh, that surprised you. That hurt. Comfort first before you address the other child or decide anything else. Now, that you don't want to have a big dramatic response, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" That can actually increase your child's negative feelings in response. You want to stay calm, but stay what happened with empathy. So comfort first before you address the other child or you decide anything else. This isn't about ignoring the other child's behavior. It's about sequencing. A child who's still activated by pain or fear can't absorb a lesson about hitting. They need to feel safe again first. So if you've ever jumped straight to confronting the other child before checking on your own, this is exactly why your child still seems rattled afterwards. Step 2. Anchor. Once your child is calmer, state the fact plainly to your child and to the other child if you're close enough and it feels natural. Hitting isn't okay. Not a lecture, not an accusation, just a boundary stated the same way that you'd state any other fact. If the other parent is present, a brief, friendly check-in covers it. "Oh, I don't think you saw. I told her I'm not okay with hitting, and just wanted to let you know." Warm, not confrontational. Here's the part that surprises most parents. You don't need the other parent's agreement or apology for this to work. Stating the boundary clearly is enough on its own. So let's do a little before or after here. With the method, a sharp word at the other child. Your own child's still shaken. Nothing's actually taught. With this method, comfort first, then a calm, clear boundary. Your child sees exactly what safety and follow-through look like. But what do you actually teach your child to do the next time this happens? This is why we need step 3, alternative. Teach your child a concrete next step for the next time it happens. If someone hits you, you can say stop in a big voice, move away, or come find me. Practice this once everyone is calm, not in the moment where emotions are still heightened. Wait until it's calm, maybe later in the day when you're at home, everybody's fed, rested, so it's already familiar before the next hard moment. This is the piece that turns "you got hit" into "you know what to do about it," which is a very different feeling for a child to walk away with. Now, in the next 30 seconds, I'm going to give you that answer to the question I promised at the start, because I know some of you are wondering if teaching them to hit back would just be faster. Here's my honest answer. No. And here's specifically why. Telling a toddler to hit back doesn't teach self-defense. At this age, children learn behavior largely by watching what the adults around them are modeling and what they endorse. So a parent's instruction, hit back, is directly teaching that hitting is the correct response to a problem. In practice, it usually just results in 2 children in trouble instead of 1, and it teaches your child to escalate rather than seek help or use their voice, the opposite of the skill that you actually want to build. The exception is genuine self-defense. Once your child is older and can understand the distinction between initiating harm and protecting themselves. But for a toddler, use your words, move away, or find an adult is a more effective and more appropriate answer every time. Sometimes it isn't a one-off. It's the same child week after week. That's worth naming as a pattern, not just normal toddler aggression. And if it's repeating, a brief, friendly conversation with the other parent is reasonable. Hey, I've noticed this is happening a few times. Is there anything going on that I should know or anything I can do to help? Most parents appreciate the heads up rather than feeling attacked. At daycare or preschool, loop in the teacher directly. They're often already aware and can just adjust supervision. It's completely reasonable to limit exposure for a while, different play dates, or staying closer during shared time while everybody works on it. If you've been quietly managing this alone, you don't have to. Naming the pattern out loud calmly is not overreacting. It's exactly the follow-through that this moment needs. Now here's the results timeline. Day 1, expect the same big feelings after a hit. The method changes your response, not your child's initial reaction to being hurt. Days 3 to 5, you'll notice your child starting to use the words you practiced, stop or coming to find you, instead of freezing or hitting back. Week 2, you'll find that you're reaching for the anger line before the anger even has time to build, which is a real sign the method has become automatic for you too. Now picture a classroom pickup 6 months from now. Another child pushes past your toddler and knocks them down, and the old you would have gotten hot with anger before you'd even reach them. Instead, you take one slow breath, the kind that calms your nervous system first, because a steady parent is often what helps your child find steady too. You crouch down calmly. That surprised you. Are you okay? Your child, without prompting, says, "I told him to stop," and looks up at you for reassurance, not rescue. And that's not just a hitting incident handled well. That's a child who trusts that you'll stay steady when you are needed most, which is the whole point of the Check Yourself module of my 5 C's parenting framework and the foundation that everything is built on. Now, if today's method gave you something useful, my free workshop walks you through the full Check Yourself piece of the 5 C's parenting framework, the same framework behind staying steady in moments like this, and how to apply it across any hard parenting moment. Register anytime at drlindsayemmerson.com/workshop. And the Amazing Parents Club members get ongoing support working through their own specific situations with me. Comment protect below if this is something that you've navigated recently. I love hearing from you and knowing what you're going through. And if you're a parent on the other side of this, the parent of a child who keeps doing the hitting, check out my video on the catch method. Same calm, angered response, different set of steps. Keep up the good work on your amazing parenting journey.